3, 2, 1. Hello, I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle, and we are back here for day 3 and the first leg of day 3 of recreating MzeroA's flights to Oshkosh, which we are here in Manassas, and we are going to Wheeling, something like that, Ohio, on this leg. So let's go ahead and just get right into the cockpit here. Let's go ahead here in the sim and remove the yoke so we can see everything. And let's just go ahead and make sure parking brake is set, fuel is on, fuel selector is on both, mixture is full rich. Let's go ahead and crack the throttle. Let's go ahead and get everything warmed up here. Let everything yell at us as it warms up and go through all of its testing. Let's get that going on here. Let's go ahead and turn off the aural warnings. Let's get rid of this insert here. Let's go ahead and turn on our component winds, which is option 1. Back and back. Let's now go over here and track up.
System test.
So menu, enter, scroll down, enter, menu. So now track is always up. It'll, once we move here, it will go back to there. And we are operating the airplane, so let's go ahead and turn on nav lights and beacon. And let's go ahead and prime the fuel. Parking brake is set. And let's go over here now. And can we get a clear prop? And good start. Oil pressure is coming up. Let's go to about 1,000 RPMs for the warm up. There we go. And let's go ahead and turn on the pitot heat. All right, everything is looking good there. Let's go ahead and dial in for information here. So let's go ahead and listen to weather.
Manassas Airport information, Whiskey 1800 Zulu. Wind 280 at 19er. Visibility 9er. Sky condition 6,400.
I don't think this is right.
13,800 feet scattered. Temperature 19er. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.92. Visual runway tree for left and visual runway tree for right in use. Landing and departing runway 16 right and runway 16 left. VFR
Yep. Okay, I think the sim is a little cattywampus. Let's go ahead and get our clearance here.
Potomac clearance delivery Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu IFR to Wheeling,
There we
ready
go.
to copy.
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu is cleared to Wheeling Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 16 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.525 squawk 4176.
All right, 6,000. Let's go ahead and read that back.
Cessna November 2 Tree
16
Mike
left.
Zulu
I maintain
cleared to
6,000
Wheeling
as
Airport
filed. 4176.
Takeoff runway 16 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 128.525 squawk 4176.
All right,
Cessna Tree
we're on the
Mike
squawk
Zulu
box, right?
readback correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
There's 23 Mike Zulu ready to go here. All right, let's contact ground.
Manassas ground Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu taxi to and hold short of runway 16 left using taxiway Echo Alpha Charlie. Contact tower on 1 Tree 1 when ready.
All right,
Taxi to and hold
get
short
going.
runway 16 left via taxiway Alpha Charlie cross runway tree for right Alpha Cessna Tree Mike Zulu.
parking brake is off. All right, here we go. We are off to Wheeling, Ohio. That is where we're off to. And I am not going to go through the through the buildings there. Kind of gave us the long taxi here, it looks like. In that case, we'll just kind of do a fast taxi here. Looking good. There's some traffic out there. So I think the weather's a little messed up here. Adis was all cattywampus. No worries, we shall follow ATC's instruction, take off on 16 left. We've got a little bit of a standard departure that we're doing, like the Arsenal 5, Arsenal 6 departure here, so we're gonna climb up and do a couple series of right turns and head north a little bit. And then get on our way to Wheeling, Ohio, on the way to Fort Wayne. So the next leg is actually to Fort Wayne, from Wheeling to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're getting close to Oshkosh here. We will be in Oshkosh by the end of the week, recreating MzeroA's flights as they left Ocala, Florida, went up the eastern seaboard to Kitty Hawk, and now we're cutting across the country to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And right now we are in Manassas, Virginia, about to depart and head over to Wheeling, Ohio. All right, let's come over here, do a little run up, make sure everything is ready to go. All right, parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and bring the throttle up to about 1800 RPMs. There you go. Let's check the right magneto, 1750, and nice drop. Go back to both, and check the left. About a 110 drop, in within 150, we like it. Very good. We are taking, I'm gonna go ahead and set the heading bug. We're sitting here and warming up to 160. 160, we're up to 6,000, runway heading. Gonna climb out at 80 knots. Looks good there. And all right, everything is looking good in the greens. Come back on the power. Let's change the CDI to GPS. There we go. Got that all set and ready to go. We've got to do this standard departure here, but let's go ahead and get in line now. And so landing light's coming on. Parking brake is coming off. Here we go. Once we get up to cruise again, I'll probably just go ahead and put on Ludicrous Speed on the way to Wheeling, Ohio. All right, put the parking brake on. I want to see something here. If I go, okay, all right, turns that off. That just cycles through the, all right, very good. All right, so we got this, like I said, it's kind of this departure here. We're going to climb up to about 800 feet, and then we're going to start turning or so like that, but you can see it on the GPS there. All right, let's contact tower and let's get out of here, huh?
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu ready for departure runway 16
Again, recreating.
IFR to Wheeling.
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wind 280 at 19er. Cleared for takeoff runway 16 left.
Now is that?
Cleared for takeoff runway 16 left Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu.
Looking for traffic.
Generic 123, turn next taxiway.
Here we go. Yep, it's all cattywampus. They gave us downwind departure here. Got plenty of runway, so no flaps. Gonna hold it on the runway just a little bit more. And just let it fly off when it's ready. There we go. Come on. There we go. Downwind.
Generic 123, exit runway when able.
Trim, trim, trim. Go ahead, pitch for 80 knots. Come back on the power just a little bit here. Everything is looking good. Trim, trim, trim. Got to retrim since I...
Cessna 3 Mike Zulu, contact Potomac departure on
That's us.
128.525. Good day. Generic 123, turn next taxiway.
128.525 for Cessna Tree Mike Zulu. Potomac departure Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu is at 900 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu Potomac departure altimeter 29er decimal 9er to continue to Gadsby as planned.
All right. Gonna climb up 6,000 as planned. All right. Autopilot coming on. Let's go ahead now and flight level change, 80 knots, going to 6,000. Let's go ahead and come over here now and go on to nav mode. And there we go. We are on our way to Wheeling, Ohio. November 2-3, Mike Zulu recreating MzeroA's flights as they work their way from Florida to Oshkosh, and they're posting them on YouTube. So again, down in the description below, you can click on the actual flight that we're recreating here, and you can also get a link to MzeroA's YouTube channel. They are an online ground school, and then they also do flight instruction, and they've got a great YouTube channel with great videos. So here we are climbing up at 80 knots. Going up to 2,000, going for 6. Everything is looking good. I'm going to add just a little bit more power here that we've got here in the climb. We can lean out once we get to 6,000 feet and level off. And away we go. And again, once we get up to cruise, we'll do the same thing that we've done in the past, which is go into ludicrous speed, and then I will come back and join you once we are in the descent into Wheeling, Ohio for our stop. And then the next leg after that is going to be Wheeling on to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So all right, 2.5 going to 6. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. And climb, we turn off the landing lights. Fuel pump is off, strobe is off, nav. Don't need strobe right now. 80 knots even on the 3-packs. Everything is looking good. Coming up on 3,000, going for 6. Somebody's going right over us. Probably a airliner way up there in the sun. Hun in the sun. It's interesting. Interesting facility down there. Probably some type of training or something like that. Looks like it has, like, you know, high speed and then like roads. Well, it's like a police academy or something like that down there. Bye-bye Manassas. There it is. Kilo Hotel Echo Foxtrot. So bye-bye Manassas. Out there is Washington, D.C. as we climb it up, going to 6,000 feet on our way to Wheeling, Ohio. So we're at 3.5, going to 6. Again, about another hour and a half flight here. They've been doing that pretty standard, between 90 minutes and 120 minutes, so an hour and a half to 2 hour flights. Making a stop. So Fort Wayne, Indiana, I would imagine they're probably going to go somewhere, stop, get, I would imagine maybe fuel or something like that, and then on into Oshkosh. And of course, if you followed my live stream, you can see that I've already arrived into Oshkosh, but I arrived using Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox, which they did back in 2018, and they landed at the ultralight field, so it's a little bit different approach and arrival than what we are going to probably do here in November 23 Mike Zulu MzeroA's 172. So, all right, 4,000 going to 6, 2,000 more. Everything is looking good. Of course, now we've got the drone camera set up on the controller, on the Xbox controller here, so we can really kind of see. But there is Jason in the right seat, Matt's in the left seat, and on the way to Wheeling, Ohio, which is, this is day 3, and this is their first leg of day 3. So I would imagine it's probably going to take them 4 days or maybe even 5 days to get to Oshkosh. Because of the route they took, they went up through and went to First Flight Airport at Kitty Hawk and all that. So kind of out of the way to come from Florida, but that's what they wanted to do. So that's what we are recreating here in Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. All right, 5,000 going to 6,000 more. Just looking over here at the VFR chart. On our way, we do have some mountains to cross, but looks like we won't get anything above really about 4,000 or something like that. So we'll be 2,000 AGL. All right, 5.3 going to 6. Everything is looking good here in November 23 Mike Zulu. Just looking at the G1000, seeing how everything would like. So we got a little bit of weather in front of us and all that, but nothing here. I don't think that 23 Mike Zulu can't handle. But we are now en route. Again, we're at 5.5 going to 6. That's going to be our cruise. Once we get up there, we'll go ahead and lean on out, and then I will go into Ludicrous Speed and to get ourselves to Wheeling, Ohio. But we are having to do
Quebec, November, for 1 Foxtrot Romeo Potomac approach altimeter 29.9, to continue as planned.
But we are doing a standard departure here.
Potomac approach United 1606 is at 7,400 feet, descending 5,000 feet. United 1606 Potomac approach altimeter 29.9, to continue to Lucy as planned.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start leading out for best performance here. There we go. So 2360. Watching the EGT. Here we go. Getting some RPMs out of there, and we got the drop. So about there we go right there. So we're leaned out now. We are slowly pitching over to 6,000 feet. But because we've got, when I filed, I was the most direct route that they would actually give me for weather and all this was a Arsenal 5 departure, which is actually going to take us north before it takes us west. So that's why we're heading north, because that's what ATC gave us. I'm not sure about what Jason and Matt actually got. I know they also got the Arsenal, I think the Arsenal departure, but I think then they were actually able to get direct. And I'm not sure if
Potomac departure Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu requesting vector to next waypoint.
Cessna Tree Mike Zulu, continue to Charlie Sierra November turning and following heading 265, resume on navigation.
all right, but I don't think there's a way that I think we could actually perhaps maybe dial in direct, but I am going to go ahead and fly what was given to us by ATC, even if it takes us a little bit more out of the way. But we are up here at cruise. So we're at cruise here. We've definitely got a headwind. We're only 106 knots over the ground. We are now cruising along. You can see we're actually making another turn here as we work our way into where we want to go. So here comes our turn to the north, as I was talking about, because we've got this Arsenal departure that we've got to do. So we just did as filed, and so with that I am going to go on ludicrous speed here, and then I will see you when we get close to Wheeling, Ohio for the descent. So enjoy the music and ludicrous speed. I'm back here in the cockpit. We have descended down. We've gone ahead and canceled our IFR. So we are VFR for runway 34 is what the tower has given us, and we're about 12 miles out. We're just going to kind of make a long straight in for runway 34 here at Wheeling. Wheeling is out over there. So we're just descending down here to about 2,200. Still under autopilot. We're on heading mode now. I'm just kind of waiting to kind of get positioned for just the long straight in into runway 34 at Wheeling. Gonna have quite a bit of a crosswind, I think, from the left for this here. So we shall see here as we are just coming in from the south. Wind might be a little gusty here, so that's why they've given us runway 34. I was kind of expecting runway 21, but tower gave us 34. So of course we could always change that if we don't like it, but I think runway 34 is going to be it. And out over there at about 2 o'clock here is Wheeling, and we've got looks to be about 10 miles out here. So we're going to make about a 10 mile straight in for Wheeling, Ohio. What I'm doing here is I have set up, even though we're not using VOR, I have gone ahead and set it for runway 34, so 340 degrees, the green arrow, and then I've got the bearing set for the airport on the GPS, and so we can get an idea about straight in here about our bearings. So that's how I am kind of just getting ready for the long straight in here into Wheeling. But we're at 2,200, just putting along here at about 109 knots indicated, 106 over the ground. So we've got about a 40-degree offset here. And so with that, under heading mode, we can go ahead and we'll turn a little bit more west, just head toward Wheeling, and just kind of slowly do an intercept into a Wheeling for runway 34. That's what the tower's already given while we were in ludicrous speed. I was talking to tower and canceled IFR, and so they have given us runway 34. So if we come over here also into the multi-function display, we can go ahead and range in. So there is Wheeling. We go ahead and zoom in even just a little more. There we go, something like that. But yeah, since we ducked out of the clouds, why not go ahead and just cancel IFR, go VFR, and we can now enjoy the scenery from November 23, Mike Zulu, MzeroA's 172 on the way to Oshkosh. And this is the lay that took us from Manassas, Virginia up here to Wheeling, Ohio. And then after this, we are going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we'll see what that flight entails here. But again, Wheeling is right out there at 1 o'clock now. So we really don't have the airport in sight except for the point of interest little dot there. But I've gone ahead and used our instruments here to help us out. So now we've got about a 30-degree offset. So I'll go ahead and turn just a little bit more. So now we're about 60-degree offset from 340. And we'll just kind of keep it, like I said, make just a long straight in for runway 34. That's what the Wheeling Tower has given us. So fairly uneventful flight that we've had so far. For some reason they want us we filed for 6,000, but right in the middle there of Ludicrous Speed they gave us 10,000, so we had to climb there at 10,000, lost a little bit of time. Not sure why they gave us 10,000 feet, but they did, probably something to do with some airspace or something like that. And now we have descended down, and as soon as they gave us descend down to 6,000, we came out of the clouds again, went ahead and canceled IFR, went VFR here using the eyeballs, but I am still using the instruments just to kind of help out, because you know it's kind of hard sometimes to see all of the visual stuff here in the simulator on a little, I don't know, 28-inch TV that I'm flying on here. So it makes it a little bit difficult to see that kind of stuff. Also, the draw distance on the Xbox Series S here, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, is not that far away, so things don't get drawn in. But here we are. We're about offset of about 10 degrees, so let's go ahead. Oh.
Cessna Tree Mike Zulu, wind 279er at 19er. Clear to land runway tree 4.
All right.
Cleared to land runway tree for Cessna Tree Mike Zulu.
Oh, looks like I was not runway in sight. It looks as if perhaps that over there is wheeling, because this right in front of us here was something. So let's take a look with our Knox here and see. That's Jefferson County Airport. Maybe this is wheeling right in front of us here. Uh-oh, I got caution warnings. Low fuel, low fuel. Yep, we do have low fuel. Roger that. I'll acknowledge that. Well, then that's good that we're about to land here in good old Wheeling, Ohio. That says Wintersville Airport. KHLG. Okay. I think we found maybe our first glitch or something here. I'm looking to see. Well, we are gonna Wintersville. Oh, the airport's right below us. I was too far relying on the. It's right below us here. Never even saw it. Let's talk to the tower here and let's report a go around.
Going around Cessna Tree Mike Zulu.
Never even saw the airport.
Cessna Tree Mike Zulu, roger, go around.
All right, all right, left traffic, so here we go. Yeah, never even saw the airport. Okay, I'm gonna come off on some power here. I was like looking way out at that point of interest, so there you go. There's a problem that you can get. You can get so fixated on the points of interest and just not even look right in front of you and actually see the airport. Never had the airport in sight. All right, let's talk to the tower and let's no, we still want to touch and go, so we're alrighty. Well, we'll make left base here for runway 34. Reported the go around. Alright, so let's go ahead here and start slowing down a little bit more.
Cessna Tree Mike Zulu, wind 279er at 19er. Clear to land runway tree 4.
Clear to land runway
Alright,
tree
autopilot's
for
coming
Cessna
off.
Tree
I have the
Mike Zulu.
airplane. First notch of flaps. Trim, trim, trim. We are cleared to land. Airport in sight now. Wow, that was a fail. We are going to land along airport diagram 3-4. All the tarmac and all everything is right at the far end. So, all right, one right in sight. We are high. We're landing long, so that is good. Notch of flaps coming down, gumps check. So gas undercarriage mixture, prop seats and seat belts, everything's looking good. We are high, but we want to land long, so. Little S turns here. There we go. Get ready for the flare. Flaps coming up. Nice.
Cessna 3 Mike Zulu, turn next taxiway.
Nice little kind of turned it into a short field there. But welcome to Wheeling, Ohio. I had to do a go around there because we got, well, I don't know who's we. I got lost there. Didn't even have the airport in sight. Literally flew right over it.
Cessna 3 Mike Zulu, contact ground on 121.75.
Going to 121.75.
So short taxi here.
Cessna 3 Mike Zulu. Wheeling ground Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu, request taxi to parking.
Cessna November 2 Tree Mike Zulu, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
I'm there.
Taxiing to general aviation parking.
Definitely need to get some fuel.
Tree Mike Zulu.
So let's go ahead and park like this. There we go. Parking brake is on. Idle. Turn all the switches off. Everything is looking good. Switch is coming up. Ba 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 ba. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's pull it. Oh. There we go. Nasters come off. Battery comes off. There we go. Welcome to Wheeling, Ohio here as we make our way to Oshkosh by way of Florida and Kitty Hawk, recreating MzeroA's flights out of Florida all the way to Oshkosh. Next leg is going to be to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and they are posting that video tonight, so probably tonight or tomorrow I will have that video up. So yeah, absolutely, as before, subscribe if you haven't, click that like button if you do. Come join me in chat on a future live stream, and game on. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. See you next flight. Bye.